Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in, come tap in, come tap in. Bringing that substance straight to the public, no capping, no bluffing. Now run it up, buddy. Brothers come tap in. Come tap in, come tap in. Come tap in. Brothers come tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. Tap in, tap in. So here we go, man. We get ready to speak on the track meet situation. Sad situation. So we're gonna look at what Fox News has got to speak on it and give our opinion, man. So tap in, let's see what's up. Karmelo Anthony. And the other kid was Austin Metcalf. Tough situation, man. Tough.
Where did this happen? Where was this at?
Texas.
All right.
North Texas father is talking about the pain of suddenly losing his son. His son was stabbed at a school track meet in Frisco, and police have made an arrest.
And Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio now with more. Sean.
Yeah, this is an unthinkable track meet tragedy in Frisco this morning. A 16-year-old is dead. A 17-year-old is charged with murder. Crime scene tape from Sky 4 shows cordoned off the area in the stands where the horrific student stabbing took place. 16-year-old Austin Metcalf, a student at Frisco Memorial, was killed. 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, a student at Frisco Centennial, is in jail and charged with murder. Both were athletes at their respective schools. Sources say students, the victim's brother among them, watched in disbelief, and that his brother did all he could to try and save his twin's life. We spoke with the victim's father.
I couldn't ask for a better son. Two of them. I couldn't ask. They were my whole life. And for it to be taken away so senselessly, when this guy was just sitting in Ron's spot and they asked him to move, and he winds up stabbing my son in the heart and killing him. It's unfortunate, but he's gonna have to answer to those consequences. But he was a great friend. He was a leader. He was well respected in school by his teammates, by his coaches, by his friends.
And those teammates, coaches,
Hold on right there. You see,
together tonight at Hope Fellowship Church.
that's the tent. That's the tent right there that it was just showing.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. That's the tent right there that he was up, that it happened up under. And it's not even his school. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was in the wrong spot. I can't even say the wrong spot because that ain't even your school colors. Once again, someone as a former track athlete, we know where our group is at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, we also ventured out, you know what I'm saying, tried to holler at girls or whatever the situation might have been. But at the same time, like, once you just told, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, hey, you up under the wrong tent, and it was raining. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that was a good time to be up under that tent that ain't affiliated with your school. Yeah. But once again, maybe I will put that out there. Maybe one of the athletes from that school invited him over there, but so far that information hasn't came out. So as of right now, Buddy had no business being over there.
So those tents, are they on the opposite side of the tracks, or are they on the same side but just spread out?
Yeah, they're on the same side but spread out. You know what I'm saying? And then depending on how, like at a big, like at nationals and regionals, when you got a whole lot of different schools, then you know what I'm saying, you're on both sides of the field. But, you know, this is probably just a regular track meet where it might be 6 or 7 schools. So they're pretty much all right there on the same bleachers, and they all got their own separate tent.
Yeah. So he basically was like, yeah, I'm going to go over here and chill out over here for whatever reason. And then they got into it and it happened.
Yeah.
And he went prepared.
Exactly. Exactly. But then they calling the brothers. You know what I'm saying? They were saying the brothers was bullying. They said the brothers was known for being bullies, and they provoked him. Even if that was true, it still don't justify him stabbing the boy and killing him. And on top of that, guess what? They wouldn't have had a chance to tell him to move if he wasn't there.
Yeah. I mean, if the brothers, they're saying the brothers were bullies, were they beating them up? Were they on top of them, kicking them down, stomping them, punching them?
He didn't catch not one lick. As of right now, the information is out. So let me say that allegedly he didn't get touched not one time, other than the push, other than that one push or the grab of his bag. That's the only thing that happened to him.
Yeah, that's not self-defense.
And those teammates, coaches, and friends will gather tonight at Hope Fellowship Church in Frisco. It will be filled with emotion as they gather and remember and pray for Austin Metcalf. The track meet was canceled as it should have been. The track meet tragedy will certainly change security protocols in the future. Not just those attending athletic events, but those participating will face closer security.
That's him. That's them both right there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Man.
Security scrutiny. Much more to learn about this sad, sad story in the days ahead.
Yeah.
Teenager accused of stabbing another student athlete at a track meet told officers as he was being taken into custody that he did it in self-defense.
Austin Metcalf was killed this week at that Frisco track meet. New documents detail what happened before and after 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony allegedly pulled a knife from his backpack and stabbed him. Fox 4's Alex Boyer joining us now live with the latest. Alex.
Hey guys, and in that 7-page arrest warrant affidavit, several witnesses, including Metcalf's twin brother, describe how that deadly encounter went down. The suspect then reportedly admitted to a Frisco police officer who detained him that he had stabbed Metcalf.
My son is gone, and I don't really have words. I've tried to figure out what I was going to say, but he's just going to be so missed.
The pain is still raw for the Metcalf family after 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed on Wednesday morning at a UIL District 11-5A track meet in Frisco.
I think he was extremely smart, always in the box. He just came to it real easy and just him playing with football as well just made him just a great person overall.
Here's what happened according to witnesses and the police report. Metcalf got into an argument with the suspect, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent.
He always was one to step up and be the person that would do the right thing. And he was doing the right thing by saying to this gentleman that you're not supposed to be in this tent. This is because they have personal items there.
Hold on for a second.
And reached inside and said to Metcalf,
I mean, I will say this, you know what I'm saying, because we all used to be high school students too. And I wouldn't say he perfect. You know what I'm saying? She trying to paint. No, he always wanted to do the right thing. He might have did ask him to get up, but I'm pretty sure he might have said it in a slick way. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I will say about us football athletes, especially at a young age, especially when we're one of the good players, he carries a different type of swag.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
little egos are big at that point too.
Exactly. So I'm pretty sure he didn't just go out there politely, "Hey, my brother, could you move into your other tent for me, brother?" I'm pretty sure he didn't go over there like that. But at the same time, I don't care if he just went over there and said, "What's up, my nigga? You need to get." I don't care if he said that. You still don't warrant no stabbing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care if he even put the ER on the end of it, and he put some racist disrespect behind it. It still don't justify you stabbing him. Period.
Yeah.
touch me and see what happens. Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony and told him to move.
He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. He was just a tragedy what happened.
That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away.
So Anthony said, touch me and see what happens. And then Metcalf grabbed him. And that's when he pulled out the knife.
Mm-hmm. So he already committed a verbal threat. So, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people trying to say this kid is the victim, 100% the victim. No, sorry, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? It's a tragic event. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have happened at all. I wish it would have never happened, but you still got to call out what's wrong.
Yeah.
He came on premises with a weapon when he shouldn't have had the weapon. He was up under, number 2, he was up under 10. He wasn't supposed to be up under. And 3, you cannot call self-defense on someone that pushed you.
Yeah, and then he made that comment, touch me and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then dude grabbed him so he can see what happens. That's what they're trying to say. That was self-defense. But, you know, like we just said, before the dude grabbed him, he invited him. He said, touch me and see what happened. That's like, you know, I'm already planning to do something.
That's
and like you said, he brought the knife there. That's not good.
Yep, and they started a GoFundMe for him, bro. And they already raised 180 grand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be a tight one. But in my opinion, I don't think he's gonna walk.
He don't need. I hate to say it and sound hard on the young man, but you got to learn. And yeah, he needs to do some time because he not getting away. I mean, they might cut him some slack because he might have been. I also saw he got no priors, no criminal. It don't matter. He still took someone's life. It don't matter if he didn't have any priors or he had a bunch of priors. It's like we still keep trying to move the goalposts. He took someone's life.
Yeah,
there's no ways around it. Even if it was, and it wasn't an accident. You know what I'm saying? You don't accidentally stab somebody unless you running with the knife and then y'all run into one another. He dug into the bag, pulled it out, and stabbed. No, that ain't no accident. So he knew exactly what was going on, and that's even worse. If he got a 4.0 GPA average, that means he's smart.
Yep.
So that means he also knows what he was doing with that knife. He was smart enough to know what he was doing with that knife.
Mm-hmm.
It will not get no GoFund for me. It is what it is. You got to pay your dues, homie. You made a bad decision, messed up his whole life. Had scholarships. That's what someone said. I don't know if it's true or not, but they said he had some scholarships. So if he did with a 4.0, you're like, come on, man. What is he doing? You just messed up 2 lives and within 2 seconds.
Yep. Trying to prove a point.
When Anthony was taken into custody by a Frisco police officer, Anthony reportedly confessed to the crime, saying, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to," adding that, "I was protecting myself," and then asked the police officer, "Is he going to be okay?" Metcalf died in his brother's arms.
I'm not at that point to forgive and forget, but eventually I will. But I pray for his family. I pray that they understand what we're going through as well.
This whole community has really wrapped their arms around us, and if I could say anything to the nation, I would say to make sure that you just hug your babies tight, because you don't know when the last time you get to do it.
And in a statement released by the Metcalf family this afternoon, they say their focus is now on laying Austin to rest. Meanwhile, I can tell you that Anthony remains in the Collin County Jail with a $1 million bond. Back to you.
All right.
Oh, yeah. $1 million. Well, shoot, they got the bond money then because on 10%, it's $100,000. They raised 180.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, the crazy thing that he said, you see how we think as a whole, the black community, see how we think. Oh, I told him don't put his hands on me.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's cool. You right to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? You should have knocked him out. Not stabbed.
Yeah, he put his hands on you. You should have put your hands back on him.
That's it.
If he drew a weapon, then you had a right to draw a weapon and equalize it.
Exactly. Not you be the only person with a weapon. Take a life. and still want to be the victim and claim self-defense.
Yeah. That's rough right there, boy, but yeah.
You can't claim self-defense.
He ain't right on that one. Yeah.
You can't claim self-defense if you're the only one that inflicted bodily harm.
Yeah.
Ain't got one scratch. Ain't got probably the only sweat that he broke was when he ran away.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the victim. Self-defense. Come on.
But he did show signs of a little conscious. Yeah, was dude okay at the end? He worried about it.
No
he
way.
Realized he messed up.
Exactly. That's why I'm about to say he knew he messed up. He knew he messed up big time because he knew exactly where he stabbed him at. He might have not intentionally tried to stab him in his heart, but he know once he ran, as he run and he talked to the police and they started, you know what I'm saying, they started playing it in his head. Oh man, I stabbed him right dead in the middle of his chest, boy. Dang, I might have messed up. No, yeah, you messed up big time. Big time.
Mm.
So I'm saying, and that's why I'm always, you know what I'm saying, and I'm licensed to carry. So that's why I even, you know what I'm saying, I have to be even extra careful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, there has to be a threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There has to be a threat. So, you know what I'm saying? Not just anybody should have a weapon. That's why I say guns don't kill, people do.
Mm-hmm.
But same thing with that knife didn't jump out his bag. He pulled it out that bag. But like they said though, they definitely need to change up security. That's bad, boy. You can't even go to a track meet. A track meet ain't even physical. Now track meets are getting physical. You got one girl trying to hit another girl over the head with a baton. Now you got kids stabbing in the stands. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Track meets did not used to be like that at all. But track meets used to be fun. When outside of the running, I'm talking about hanging out in the stands, parlaying, jumping from tent to tent, talking to people. There wasn't no fights. Everybody was cool with one another. Even the rival teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. I don't know. Now you can't eat. Now you got to be doggone go through a metal detector and be searched.
Yeah.
Parents and students, now everybody. Like, come on, man. Sad.
Yeah, y'all better start wising up, thinking before you act. Learn exactly when your rights kick in. Parents, you better get on your kids and teach them right. Y'all better wake up and start taking accountability for one.
For real.
Prime example, we looking at everybody want to make this kid the victim. It's a sad situation on both sides, but if y'all sitting there trying to say it was self-defense, you're in denial. I'm sorry.
Teach your kids what self-defense is and what causes for self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Don't just don't tell them the word. If someone puts their hands on you, defend yourself. Yes, defend yourself. But self-defense is a whole nother term, and they need to differentiate the two and understand what that is. Yes, defend yourself, but when it comes to self-defense, it better have a real, especially if you take a life. You know what I'm saying? Self-defense comes in different levels. So let me be more clear on that.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna take someone's life, they better have a weapon and had been ready to try and use it on you. If they ain't got a weapon, be man to man or woman to woman and use your hands and defend yourself. That's the proper self-defense.
Either that or they inflicted so much damage on you that you didn't have a choice but to use a weapon to get away. Yeah.
So yeah, man, y'all let us know what y'all feel. Let us know y'all's opinion on this, man. Do y'all think he's a victim, or do y'all see he's wrong?
Tap in the comments. We out.
Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in. Come tap in. Come tap in. Bringing
that's up. Straight to the public, no capping, no bluffing. Now run it up, buddy. Brothers come tap in. Come tap in, come tap in. Come tap in. Brothers come tap in.